Hi, it is me, Sailor Moon, and it is me, Queen Beryl here, and today we're gonna talk about you know this one thing that we think that we like to talk about. So there is a lot of things that go around these days, you know, about why we never had no Yule outstanding following or anything like that. And all I know, we talked about it before, but the truth is, we never did have one. Now, some folks out there are going to say that the nearest thing you can get to it was the two Ford films, Sailor Moon, the film, Hearts on Ice, and they could say that that's the closest you're going to get to it. Because it takes stead somewhere around December, around that time. There's snow, and at one time Tuxedo Max shows up as Santa Claus. Well, that's what he showed up as before he takes off his clothing. But that's about it. There's not really a Yule outstanding at all. So at the end of the day, there truly is not any Yule outstanding at all. So even for the outstanding followings, which were small films that were made in between of the films, I guess in between the shows themselves, it was never one of those either. And why that was, I don't know. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, well, you are right about that, Sailor Moon. Because at the end of the day, there is no, Yule outstanding for your show or Christmas standing, whatever you want to call it. Um, at all. You know, and I know a lot of folks probably have their thoughts and beliefs to why there is not anyone like anyone out there like that. You know, why? I don't know. It just never came up. I guess they just never had, anything to offshoot from. Because folks are going to say that the drawing film was offshooted from the books, and since there never was any Yule outstanding book, there was no Yule outstanding drawing film that they could draw from. That might be the only thing we're coming up with for the grounds to why it's not that way at all. Well, you're right about that, Queen Beryl. I mean, at the end of the day, there is no Yule outstanding for us at all. You know? And a lot of folks will probably say that since there was no book that was written or drawn from that, there was no drawing film to be made from that. You know? Which that might be the only grounds to why it was never done. You know? Well, sorry about that yawn. Yeah, well, I'm sure someone out there might have a thought and belief and say that there might be one out there, but it was never done. Well, if it was never done, that would mean that no one ever saw it. And there never was one. For whatever grounds, there just never was one. Even if they made one up on top of their head, which I think they could do, they probably lawfully could not do it. I don't know. Maybe it goes back to what I said earlier about how the drawing films were offshooted from the books in some way, more than others. And since there never was any book out, and since there never was no Yo outstanding book that was ever made, I don't think there was ever a drawing film that was made from that, or live drawings, made from that. So that's probably why. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Sailor Moon, you're probably right. Since the show itself, and no need what offshoot you saw, either Deke or Cloverway or Viz or Toei stuff, I think that since all that was offshooted from the books, and since there was no Yule outstanding, it was never made but in a book, so since no book was ever written or drawn with that in it, no drawing film could ever be made from that. And that might be the closest grounds do you get to why there never was a Yule outstanding or anything like that. To be earnest with you, you would think they would have offshooted it in somewhere. I mean, they did have 5 followings if you count Toei's work and all the other work in the Viz work. 4 if you look at Deke or Cloverway's work, but they never did. As close as you get is that film. And that would be it. You know? But for that one little thing in it, it would be hard to call it that. So, yeah, that's all the time we got. Just want to talk about that. Give me your thoughts on what you think about that. Do you think they should have had a Yule or a Christmas outstanding following? Let us know what you think. Alright, I'm Sailor, I Sailor Moon, I Queen Beryl. We'll see you later. Bye.